There are multiple targets right now.
The thing is, right? You know what my Jesus said?
Tell us.
Cast your net and catch me.
Oh,
Great. Like,
oh, Jamie.
how can
You
I?
done that whole thing or no?
I
Get yourself out, Ravi. Hey. It's a bit tricky. It is a bit tricky. I'm not gonna lie. It is. Love yourself.
Hello, Dimu. I am back with another video, and before we even get into this fantastical video, I'm going to need you to click on that subscribe button so I can be a part of your journey and you can be a part of my journey, and we can be on this journey of coaching or playing the game together. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I'm obviously not alone today. I'm with the one, the only. It's ironic that I say that because I'm one and only. The one, the only Jubilee. And because I'm not alone, we know that I'm definitely shooting Sabo segment, Anna. And this one is called Coaches Don't Play. This is where singletons, whether single at home affairs or single muntu or single ankhulumi no muntu, come together and they give relationship advice, because we are coaches. We don't actually play the game. We coach from the sidelines, you know. Granted, when you're a player, you know, you choose whether you're taking the advice or not. But everything we say, take it with a pinch of salt. You know, use your own discretion. You understand that? However, if you want more advice, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we're going to be giving, like, we're going to be
That's gonna be giving good advice.
You understand what I'm saying?
Just want to say it, but
we're gonna be, you understand what I'm saying? So if you hear, oh, okay, actually there's a situation here that I need some assistance with, make sure that you use the link in the description to send your situation. I understand that. So it's about who to so you can get expert advice on how to play the game. So my sister over here, she's a single girlie. Obviously we already established. How do you feel about being a single girlie?
It's just so ghetto. Actually, I feel like I always tell my friends, I'm like, I don't mind being single, but every day.
Every day though, we're supposed to do this every day though.
Yeah, that's the only thing, because I really don't mind. Like, I don't think I'm at a space where I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get into a relationship. But like, there's just some days where I'm like, oh, someone would have just listened to my nonsense, because my friends don't have time for me. They've got their own things to deal with.
They do.
Injada really would listen.
He would.
And he would drive.
Yeah. It's always like dumb things. Like, I take cute selfies. Like, my phone is full of selfies and no one to send them to. You know what I'm saying?
Things like that. Things like that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So good.
And it's like, obviously, how's that Julie there? Like, you gotta be putting them up there on your status, like trying to see who will catch the bait. You know what I'm saying? Hoping that somebody's family member will see it.
Hey.
Who didn't give a hey? And so now I'm reaching a point of like, you know what?
What?
Maybe I want to shoot my shot. And I don't know how.
I believe in you. Where would you shoot it? Because there are multiple targets right now.
The thing is, right? When
don't listen to anything she says after that.
The thing is, you know how practices at NSN. You have that ball, you have that thing, and and it's like many balls at the same time, and you hit all of them. That's me. You know what my Jesus said?
Tell us.
Cast your net and catch me.
Oh,
great.
Oh, she's casting, guys.
Yeah,
it's casted.
So I understand that. I get to be cool, but Naki casta net. And so you shoot that shot, you know. And what I've noticed is with my shoot and my shot, and like scenarios and spaces that my friends find themselves in is obviously how shoot that is shot. It can sometimes lead to you always being the one leading the charge in the relationship.
That's my team, and that's the number one on the list is that thing, guys. I literally can't. I tell everyone all the time, everywhere in my life, deem the rock, the Makoto. You strike a woman, you strike a rock, you strike chicken, you strike a rock. The whole time, I must be an egg in the relationship, guys. I must actually be the girl who holds my bag. I just can't. I just really, really can't, because then it's gonna be me all the time, being the one to initiate things, being the one to. I can't. As for me and my household.
Okay, hypothetically, ulale chomi. You know, or shoot that shot in there, like what? Swimwear, right? And now she's in the relationship, you know, because obviously to get to the point of getting into the relationship, it's not like she asked herself out. Like this nigga was like, you know what, be my girl. You know,
or she gave an ultimatum. That's very possible.
Valid. She gave an ultimatum, or he asked, be my girl, right? And now she's noticing, oh, what's like, man, leading the charge in Bogoto, as you said, you know what I'm saying? And she wants to know, like, Chomi, how can I, like,
Chomi,
how can I?
You dug that whole thing, no? I get yourself out, Ravi. Hey,
like, I'm always the one, like, let's go out on a date. Like, take me out on a date. You never want to do anything for me.
Jamie, you have set the playing fields. You have set what is to be happening. I mean, of course, I feel like you can communicate things. What I've realized is that, obviously, this is a generic blanket statement, but a lot of men are very, like,
oblivious.
Yes. Like, you have to say things very specifically. Like, I still remember this one time. And then my cousin, obviously, having boyfriends, I mean, guy friends and, like, guy family members who can, like, give you a bit of a, sis, he doesn't understand what you're saying. But, like, this guy's trying to make us meet up. Like, we're trying to make a plan for us to meet up. And then I was just like, oh, because our schedules aren't aligning, let's do something less elaborate. And then Ubucha was like, okay, yeah, you'll let me know. And I was like, you... say something, because you came and you initially said let's go out. I said my schedule's not allowing for that, but we can do. My cousin was like, you need to tell him that we can do lunch, maybe a 2-hour thing on this and this day.
Why are they?
And I'm like, guys, put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do a full day affair, and I said I don't have the time for that, but let's do something less elaborate. Come with a less elaborate thing,
yeah,
no?
Suggest
something, you know. So I think it's that case of like sometimes just having to communicate and dumb things down and like ask yourself,
why are they dumb?
Jamie, it's the battle we chose. It's the fight we picked. So really get into the field and box. But I think I'll tell my friend. That she needs to communicate that. And if she doesn't see change, then she must do the left.
She must leave now.
Yeah, I think so. Because also, guys, you deserve more in this life, honestly and truly speaking. And if they want to, they will. And I mean, obviously, that's also not always the case. Like, some cases, they just don't know. But once you've communicated and they still don't, then that's different.
As a former shooter of shots, have I found myself in this predicament?
The same one as my friend.
Yes, I have found myself in this predicament. And from this, I have learned.
What have you learned? Tell us. Tell them.
If you follow them on Instagram because you saw them on your friend's story.
Continue, girl.
And
take it home.
They don't immediately go, wow, I've seen beauty before, but this is a discovery. Leave them alone. If you're already in the situation, I would say, for me, okay, if you're in the situation there and it's still the beginning, because the standard is always set in the beginning.
Yes.
If it's still the beginning, like, you can be like, let's say you sent a DM. How my brother, looking fine, right? Hakata, my brother Ori, thank you
Not this voice.
Then already there's no reciprocation. I would say like if okay in the beginning reciprocation you find actually let me take you out.
Just say straight. Be very direct. Oh, let's do this. Let's go here. Not us talking for 10 years. Favorite color, sister, siblings. You'll find out at the dates. Like
take me out on the date. You know what I'm saying? And if the nigga is not like already you saying you shooting a shot. And he's not catching. That was already your first sign, my sister. Oh, you're gonna be the one.
Can't you see there's no future?
Obviously, there's no future, my sister. Like, how can you say that? Like,
but guys, there's no right way and wrong way to shoot the shot. The main factor is if that person's interested. I've responded to HIs and MIs, long, punny, poetic things, just because I like what I see. I like it a lot. Isn't it absolutely fabulous? But in terms of in person, it's different.
So hey, what's the difference?
So like, say for example, you slide into some guy's DMs and he's not interested, and then you meet in person and then he's interested. I don't think you shouldn't give him a chance based on the fact that he didn't show interest when he was online. Also, guys, people are getting like not millions, but like a lot of DMs. So,
but let's say hey, okay, hey, unaboreile, I reciprocate. If now you're still the one, hey, push. Truly and honestly, communicate. Obviously, that's the key. But if nothing changes, that's the changed behavior is the only thing that will show you is this person actually interested and they just really didn't know that they were supposed to initiate, or if habara. If after the conversation habara, cut it. How to say hey, Miguel communicated vibes. You know what I'm saying? And then he changed his behavior. So like now they like Skajaja because one of our two changed behavior high because he really actually was into her.
But how do we know that he's changed?
So initiate the day.
For how long?
I can say maybe. But hypothetically who changed the man? How did it so far it's been 6 months. I changed the behavior and be consistent on. So now it's like okay, bye bye, you know what I'm saying? Like things are going great, you know? Like
just know
they're going great, man. They're at the peak. So now finances come into play, right? And your friend comes back to you again. It's like, oh my God, things are getting serious. Everything like is aligning. Like, you know, we both believe in Jesus. It's not Shakrahan. It's not Shakrahan and guys. Christian here. It's, you know, we both believe in Jesus. You know, we, you know, have the same sense of humor. Like, we have the same values. You know what I'm saying? Things are going great. But we haven't spoken about money. So, like, when is the right time, would you say, to start discussing finances? And I have a friend who's even willing to take it as far as, like, asking for a bank statement.
At what point? Guys, what about this team?
At what point do you ask? Like, what?
A bank statement? No. First of all, you're not going to skip over and you didn't just say what you said.
I did, though.
A bank statement.
The thing is, a bank statement can tell you what the person prioritizes.
I feel like that would be very much, we've been dating for like a few years and we're heading to engagement.
Okay.
Because basically how I was going to answer the question is I think for me it's not even a case of like how much money a person is making.
Yeah.
Because I know people who make gang amounts of money and the end of the month is very, very long. Like it's very, very long. They've got little money left when it's time to actually do the things. Then there are people who don't earn as much, but they're very intentional in their savings. They're very intentional in what they spend money on. And you can see who this person has a budget, they've got a vision and they're putting money aside, blah, 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 blah. So for me, I think I would just start viewing how you view and value money. Are you always trying to make us go to fancy places? Like for me, that's not a big deal. Like, yes, okay, once in a while, let's go to a fancy place, but it can't be every day. Now, every day you're getting champagne, you're getting the finest wine, every day it's the same. I'm like, where are the savings? Where are the... Oh, we're putting this... And also people speak. I feel like listen to people when they speak. People, what is it? Out of the abundance, let me bring in
hallelujah.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And I think we don't listen to what people say because people will speak about what they value. And if this person is talking about the latest shoes they're getting, the cars, whatnot, people will speak about, oh, I'm planning a trip to where, I'm saving this, oh, I'm doing this, I'm putting this money here, type of thing. Listen to those things. But to answer the question, it's never too soon.
So how would you go about like bringing up that conversation, and like how far is too far? Like obviously you said financial statements.
As for us, are you a board of director?
How far is
Are you
too
a shareholder? To ask for bank statements?
Okay, how far is too far?
Bank statements.
Ha! So okay, what's okay? Like what's okay then?
I think okay is just asking how they spend. Like even if you're not asking numbers but percentages, like, oh, I save 30% of my salary every month. Oh, this is my plan, this is where I've invested. Not that you must go into exact detail, but I feel like also like it's a bit tricky. It is a bit tricky, I'm not gonna lie. It is, because sometimes people can pretend, they really can. And when you ask officially, which is why I'm saying I prefer to just observe as opposed to asking. Because I feel like when you ask, people know what, especially like people our age want to hear. We want stability. We want you to be here. So if you're not here, you're going to say those things that make it seem like you're here.
There, yeah.
So I prefer to look at what you do, like your lifestyle. Are you out every weekend popping bottles? There's 50 million bottles on your table every weekend. Like those types of things for me, I'm like, you're not spending your money correctly. Shut up, you can even have R1 million. But guys, it can't be the life that we're living all the time, honestly. Rather, let's travel. There's many more things you can do with money. So personally, I prefer to observe. So I don't know how I would answer the question as opposed to like, when is too soon? How much is too much to say? Because I feel like people can pretend. Like it's the same question. People are like, oh, what are you looking for in a man? So you can pretend.
So you can be that.
So you can chameleonize and be that person. Never that. Got the wrong one. Got the wrong one.
I don't know. Maybe the finance conversation is just awkward for me. Like I don't even know
in
if I
general,
have advice.
Finances are just awkward. In general, outside of relationships,
because even if
it's
it's
just
in
awkward.
Friendships, talking about it in friendships,
it's awkward.
It's just an awkward conversation.
But I think it's awkward because people don't. Because I know, like with my friends, like it's not that big of a deal. Like I know more or less like how much my friends earn, and when things are not sharp, we know. I think it's about that accountability, and that's how you actually start being more savvy with your money. Because when it's a secret, when it's just between you and the Lord, just know who you are going down. So I think like you're right. In general, society doesn't speak about money at all. Like we'll speak about everything except money. Yeah. So I don't have advice. Now I just observe.
Hey, this one you're gonna have to go into the game and wing it.
Tell us. Come back to the comment section and tell us when you have
of playing
when
in the
XP
game.
has said.
Well, I understand that, because I honestly don't know, but I do know that like usually the highest contributing factor to the divorce is finances. So but it's a also, very important conversation to have. It is
quite important because I think people don't realize how much debt people have, and you don't see that until you are inside. Now you're inside and this man has got debt from 2010 and now you guys get married 2027 or whatever. So I think it is a bit tricky, but it's one of those things where you actually have to put pride aside and say, I'm going to ask the question. So that's what I'm saying. Like I get that bank statement situation scenario, but that's like when we're heading towards engagement, because I feel like it's also just a bit of an invasion. What if I'm still trying to put my coins together?
Now you want to see exactly how much I have.
Exactly.
But I mean, I get the idea behind it.
I do get it. I do get that, because also that's guaranteed. You can't lie to me.
Like
you can't tell me what this is what you're spending money on. Sharp.
Savings.
Start again.
Sneak tithe. You know? Because you'll see with stuff like that, okay, tithing is important to him, so okay. You know?
But how do you go about that interaction once you've asked him for his bank statement? Do you take it home to consult? Like, what do you do?
I have no idea. And how do you get this being to ask for someone's bank statement?
I can do that if we're heading towards engagement. I wouldn't mind doing that, because it's like we're actually going to do life together. And for us to do life together, I want you to be your best self so we can be the best together. But like if I'm just dating you, your guys,
finally, you know,
this friend is going through it.
She's going through it all. You know what I'm saying? So obviously now they've had the whole financial conversation thing there. And this nigga is firstborn male of the family.
Oh, triggered. No.
money home, you know, and so you guys
If you're sending money home,
you guys have had that conversation.
that's a
like,
different first, because guys, it depends, eh? Firstborn black men.
Keep on that, they high key the fathers of the.
Not always.
House.
Some of them are deadbeats. Speak from experience. But some of them are deadbeats. I'm not gonna lie. So you're saying this one is one who?
Yeah, and it's a bit too much. It's at the cost of like how you guys live. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now you've had the conversation with him of like, listen, like it's not your responsibility. You can help where you can, but you also have to live, and you also have to live the life that you want to live. What's the point you working so hard and you're not having
your money?
Yeah, you're not having the lifestyle you want. So dryly, the family is starting to hate you for it. You know?
That's a tough one.
So like how can a person deal with the wrath that comes with obviously being a good partner?
It's tough because I think I have a very generous spirit myself, and sometimes yes, it is definitely to the expense of my ability to spend more money or whatever. And I think there is a certain thing that we can't look over in someone who does think about their family when they plan their budget and when they go around doing life. But I think for me, my question would be, is the way you're helping them sustainable? Are you teaching a man to fish? Are you giving him a fish?
Well, what?
That's where I would come in, you know, that's where I come in. Also, it's different if it's your mother. I think in terms of like a mother, especially understanding like in South Africa, we have the problem of fatherlessness.
Yeah.
Most mothers did a lot, and I don't think it would be fair for me to tell you that don't do this in the third for your mom because she's your mom. But now when it's going to second cousins, uncles, cousin brother, cousin sister, that's where I draw the line. I think it would have to be a conversation based around how is this sustainable? Like, where is this going? How is this going to look 5 years down the line when, say, for example, we have kids? Because now there are more mouths to feed. What's going to happen there? Because also, like you're saying, in the beginning, you set the tone.
Yeah.
So if as Imakoti, I come and ruffle the feathers in the beginning, sharp, rather than me waiting 10 years
to do it then.
And then now I start doing it, they're going to say very funny things. So I think it is just, that thing is very, very, I don't know, for me it's a bit... just because I'm also basically the same in terms of like outside of just family, like even just people in general, where I feel like I can help. I sometimes go above and beyond, and then I tell myself, okay, Jobs, you just want to have Uber Eats for the next 2 weeks, and then you're gonna use that money for something else. But if it's to the detriment of the union, it's the detriment to the union, then yeah, we're just gonna have to have a chat about it, and like just a chat about it and see, because also sometimes it might be a thing of he doesn't know how else to show them that he loves them. Because also black men and emotional unavailability. Yeah, that's a chat for another day. So that's also another thing that we might have to speak about. Like, why do you feel the urge to do this? And why is it that you feel like you haven't done anything if you don't go above and beyond?
Yeah.
Route.
I don't know. For me, it isn't something like that. I would think that when he starts creating those boundaries, those financial boundaries, and they start to hate me, what is he saying to them that's making them go?
He doesn't have to say anything. You are the difference
in
this thing. You are the change. You are the common denominator.
It's me. It's and
you are. And what you have done now is you have invested the fraction.
Hey.
The fraction was saying they getting a lot, he's getting little. You are saying no now, guys. We get a lot, you get. So obviously they're gonna. I think sometimes, of course, there is a certain line to draw that guys into them must protect.
Yeah.
I need to be safe in your mouth, and I need to be safe anyway where people are talking about me in your presence. I need to be safe. Like, you can't just keep quiet and sit and say, oh, that's my mom, whatever. No, say something. But I also do think that families, especially black families, and like you're saying, where he's the firstborn son, they will obviously view you as because you're the difference, and you're the person who's like coming in and taking their son.
And we also need to unpack that these mothers that make their sons husbands, literally, he has to also play a role and just protect you. That thing of like set the tone of like, no, you're not gonna speak to her like that from the beginning. You're not gonna speak about her like that. Period. That's it from me. I don't know if you have any closing remarks for your friend who has gone through so much.
Zitande, love yourself, because uyagoa, and really, if I must be honest, it's not your portion. It really isn't. You deserve more in life. You really do. I know sometimes chaos looks very enticing. Chaos looks like that fruit that Eve ate. But what happened after she ate the fruit?
That's such a good closing. I'm literally gonna leave it there. Where can they find you on the socials?
You can find me at D Jubilee on Instagram, and then on YouTube, this is Jubilee. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing, basically.
Yeah. And also my first name. That's the first 3 letters, D. Play on words.
You know,
it's giving.
Well, I understand. Well, you know where to find me. If you don't know where to find me,
just gonna put it here.
Yeah, it's the same on all social media platforms
and on TikTok.
TikTok sensation.
Guys, she really is. Someone sent me her TikTok, not knowing that I know her.
Really?
That TikTok that I sent you, and I was like, not this being her. Not this being her. Yeah, she's funny. Yeah.
Anyways, follow me or whatever. Please be sure. As you can see, we definitely experts. So please make sure that you use the link in the bio to get expert advice on relationships.
Come on.
Please, let's catch up more. My friend what? Crashing, dating, talking stage, relationship. Yes.
But as for
friendship, my mother
platform.
is what? No.
This is not the
This
platform.
is not the one you
Coaches
can try.
don't play.
Yeah, exactly. Coach Amunana, game me, we understand that. So do that.
Guys, please like this video and comment so that she can bring me here again. Because if you don't do that, then I can't come here again.
Yes.
Please.
If you super thanks, she's definitely coming back. If you super thanks, she's definitely coming back. So do the most. Don't be stingy. Ain't nobody likes stingy. Stingy don't look cute on nobody. Not on a man and not on a girlie too. You know what I'm saying? Life is a baller. See you guys when we see you. But this was Coaches Don't Play.